Now, this is huge news. So, for those who don't know, quite a while ago, a couple of months ago or a year ago, whenever it was, we had Subnautica. I think it was about a year ago. Subnautica 2 was announced to be in development and stuff. And Krafton, who was the company who acquired Subnautica 2, and the company that bought the people who make Subnautica, Krafton, he obviously employed everyone who made the original Subnautica games. What was it? Was it Interactive Tainment or something? I can't remember what it was. But anyway, basically, they fired the people who was making Subnautica 2 because they said to them, if you can get the game released by whatever month it was, say April of this year, or April, yeah, just say April this year. So if you can get a playable demo, or if you can get the game released in like the alpha version, or maybe even released by April, you get like a 250 million bonus. Well, it looks like they was on task for that. They was on track for that. And, was it a demo or was it like beta, alpha, I don't know, whatever it was. Anyway, but something to do with like getting the game released by April, whatever this year, whatever it was, and they'll get 250 million. Well, they got sacked. They got fired because of it. And, Krafton got to take to court over it for like wrongful sacking and firing, whatever. But anyway, look at this. It's fucking hard to see my monitor because I've got a blinding light right in front of my face. And every time I keep looking at the camera and then look away, all I can see is just, like an image of the light. But anyway, Subnautica 2 owner. Sorry. Yeah, but Subnautica 2's owner consistently relied on ChatGPT for legal strategy. So I'm guessing the CEO of Krafton, is that how you say it? Krafton, followed and relied on ChatGPT for legal advice. So forget about lawyers, forget about, all of that stuff. We use ChatGPT. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You use ChatGPT for legal advice. I would not use that. Yeah, exactly. Look, don't use AI for legal advice. Yeah, I would not use... the only people I would use for legal advice are lawyers. People who are actually trained in this stuff and know what they're doing. I would not use ChatGPT. No way. But last year, the founders of Subnautica 2's development, Unknown Worlds, that was it, Unknown Worlds. Yeah, they were the people who originally made Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero, and then Krafton acquired Unknown Worlds, and they, basically just... said to him, we'll keep you employed and you can work on the next Subnautica game. But anyway, last year, founders of Subnautica 2 developers, Unknown Worlds, alongside CEO Ted Gill, I think that's how you pronounce his name, were pushed out of the studio by the parent company Krafton. The trio sued Krafton, alleging they had been let go. Wait, sorry, I'm just fucked. I think I might be dyslexic or something, because I can't fucking read every now and then. Anyway, the trio sued Krafton, alleging they had been let go so they wouldn't be able to claim the $250 million of bonuses for delivering the game. Now, this was the thing. Originally, I think Krafton, when they acquired Unknown Worlds, they said to like the three people running the company, like whoever was the CEO of Unknown Worlds, and like the people who owned it, if you can get the game, if you can get Subnautica 2 released by say April this year, or if you can get it a demo, whatever it was, released by this year, you get a 250 million bonus. And I think they was going to hit the deadline. They was going to hit that deadline, the 250 million bonus. Now, for me, it seems like if Krafton was like, oh shit, they're going to, they're going to hit the deadline for the 250 million bonus and just got rid of him. Now, this is just my opinion, of course, but it seems like to me, if Krafton, the company, was just like, we don't want to give them 250 million, we never thought they was going to reach the deadline. Oh shit, they are going to reach the deadline, and we have to give them 250 million. Anyway, but according to the judge's opinion that reinstated Gill today, Krafton CEO King Chan Han, I've probably completely butchered that, but apologies if I've butchered that. But anyway, the CEO relied on ChatGPT for advice on how to take over Unknown Worlds. Why would you, if you're the CEO of a company, that's probably a multi-million-dollar company, why would you rely on ChatGPT for legal advice? Why would you not go to a lawyer, or a barrister, or some, and go to like one of the best lawyers there is, or a just lawyer in general, and go, I need legal advice, Right, instead they use ChatGPT. In the lead up to the original planned this was it. So it was the early access. So here we go. So in the original lead up to the original planned early access launch of Subnautica 2, the relationship between Krafton and, pardon me, here we go. Judge orders Subnautica 2 studio CEO fired by Krafton to be reinstated. and let him handle the early access release. So I'm guessing the CEO of Unreal Worlds was obviously wrongfully fired, and then he's been reinstated and now is in charge of the early access. Ted Gill is reinstated as CEO of Unknown Worlds with immediately full control of the studio. He now decides when Subnautica 2 launches in early access. The $250 million donor tied to the game success is back in plan, because I think, well, they had to, I think they've been given another date now for the $250 million bonus. I mean, it still doesn't mean they will get it. Obviously, if they hit the target date of, say, it's May this year for early access Subnautica, then obviously I suppose they will get it. Court's finding that Krafton's CEO used ChatGPT to brainstorm ways into avoiding the bonus. It's just ridiculous. I mean, you're a CEO of a company that's probably a multi-million-dollar company, and you're using ChatGPT to try to find ways of not paying the $250 million bonus. It's just ridiculous. What's this? Judge delivers bombshell order for Krafton to reinstate fired Subnautica 2 devs, and CEO putting the $200 million bonus packaging back on the table. So I don't know when obviously the $250 million package is back on the table. That bonus is back on the table, and the two game devs and the CEO who was making Subnautica 2 are back in it now. So I don't know when the deadline's been set to now for the $250 million bonus, but they never should have fired him anyway. You know, it just seemed wrong to me that because they was going to hit that because they was going to hit the deadline for the early access launch, and they was going to get the $250 million, Krafton, or the CEO of Krafton at least anyway, thought, nah, we'll just get rid of him. You know, it always seems wrong to me, but I'm glad that they're back in it now. And look, they still could get the $250 million. They might not get it. It depends when early access gets launched, and if obviously as long as it's in a playable state.